I do not snort powder, but I might take a sip. Let's go. Back at it again with Lord of the Rings playthrough, part 18 already. Gonna get straight into this. We finished the last episode with a...
continue to burn and pillage the lands of Middle-earth.
Bruh. We finished the last episode with a Rohan victory, so we're gonna start with Gondor today. Gonna clear a random area again. Now this one seems the most tempting, but I'm a bit scared that once I do this, I will be obliged to do the Black Gate. But I'm not sure. Let's just go for a choice that I wouldn't normally make, and let's just randomly take this one and just clear this area out. Let's see what this area has to offer, huh? Let's get straight into the mission.
Harandor has long been a land of war. The people of Gondor have clashed with the corsairs of Umbar and the Haradrim over these lands.
Haradrim. Alright, it appears to be a bit too loud. Gonna turn it down just a bit. You can see what song I was listening to in the top left every time, but... Haradrim.
Passing through these lands, they must be stopped.
Some random goblins over here. Let's just get that out of the way as soon as possible. Alright, we must stay together, apparently, Gandalf says. Let's get some economy buildings going straight away, like we always do, the classic. We are at our max command points already, so it's let's get this one, and then we want this one for the last building, I think. Just pure economy, and then we will get some towers and defenses going. This guy needs to throw rocks, and this guy can also go on a horse. As I remember from the last episode where they got absolutely demolished. Well, Faramir did at least, because he died. Talking about the last episode, was a video I uploaded earlier today, actually, while I'm recording this. It's Saturday. Was supposed to be the second video of the weekend from last weekend, but I mean, things got in the way. Apparently my laptop cannot handle the program DaVinci Resolve at all, which is the video editing program I use, of course. An amazing free program, by the way. If you want to get into video editing or anything, you should definitely check it out, because it's... well, hello. Because it's pretty amazing. Will our tower be able to clear this? I don't know. Alright, alright. I don't know if... alright, well, the tower will definitely not be able to clear that, huh? So let's just get these guys over here, because they will probably be able to. Alright, building's gone. These guys are still here for some reason. Okay, alright, get these guys. Just attack them, please. Let's make sure Faramir doesn't die over here. Let's have him draw back a bit. He's fine, right? Yeah, he's fine. Alright, so these guys are dead. Let's rebuild that tower that we were just building. Seems to be a bit of an intense mission. A bit of a hard one. A lot of enemy forces spotted already out there in the open. Let's try and... yeah, this is exactly what I want, of course. I want them to come to me so that I can just, like, clear them out one by one. Alright. This troop is gonna get destroyed, and that troop is gonna get destroyed automatically. And the fire arrows are so effective against the big beasts. That's awesome. I just realized that I completely lost my train of thought, what I was talking about earlier. So I was supposed to edit that video and put it up, like, last weekend, but as I said, my laptop really couldn't handle the editing software. Therefore I had to edit the video last night, Friday night, instead of in Leuven, like I was supposed to do. And yeah, that's why there was a bit of delay on the content, and I didn't actually get to upload my normal standard format of 2 videos a weekend. I hope you guys don't mind too much, because the video that I did upload was half an hour long, and that's pretty long. I mean, half an hour is quite a long amount of time. Alright, these Mumukil are just still dying over here. That's awesome. Make sure Faramir doesn't join them in the grave, huh? Half an hour long, Minas Tirith epic battle. Did it from the first time, which is awesome. But yeah, didn't have time to put out another episode. Alright. Is this the only encampment they have? It can be, right? But just to make sure, is this a sentry tower? Yes, it is. So I guess we can just complete it like this and we don't have to worry about not having enough building spaces, if you know what I'm talking about. Alright, these guys are really bad. Oh no, they're actually good at damaging buildings. They already destroyed one. Alright, this is still going fine. They're getting hammered before they reach us. Legolas with his amazing range, of course. So yeah, this video is gonna be the second video of this weekend. So I guess I did reach my goal this weekend, which is something, but... And I guess that was alright. That was not so smart, but... We have improved the smithy. I don't think any of our troops can use any more upgrades, so... No reason for me to buy them in one of those improved smithies. Let's just let that go its own way. Seems to go fine. Seems to be rather an easy mission. I know that I said like 10 seconds ago that this seems to be a hard mission, but I guess I was wrong. Making mistakes is human, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with making a bit of a mistake. Let's clear out this camp, shall we? What am I going to talk about today? I was studying neurosciences earlier before I started recording this. Well, I ate as well, but I was studying that before I ate and then before I started recording this. I learned about a really interesting thing called the split brain. This is the case when a patient with epilepsy gets his corpus callosum severed. Cut. It gets cut. So yeah, they just cut out the part that normally connects your two hemispheres, so your two halves of your brain, because it kind of negates the effect of epilepsy, I guess. But the interesting thing is, there is one function in your brain that is kind of lateralized, if that's the correct term. It's situated on only one side of the brain. That's what that means. And it's language, actually. Language is almost entirely situated on the left side of your brain. So, interestingly enough, if you separate those two hemispheres, which is the case in those split brain kind of patients, if you separate those, there's no connection between them, of course, anymore, and therefore your left hemisphere, which is normally for your language, can only work when you see it with your right eye, because the nerves in your eyes actually cross over. So the information from your right eye, I'm sorry if this is really confusing, but I'm trying to word it right and not make any mistakes. So the vision that you get in your right eye actually goes to the left part of your brain, and then the vision that you get from your left eye goes to the right part of your brain. But as I said, language is almost entirely focused in the left part of your brain. So if you have this split brain and you block the eye, the right eye, which is used to see with your left hemisphere, if this makes any sense at all, you actually can't produce the name of what you're looking at, even though you know what it is. You can only like think about its function and stuff, because that's thinking about things function and stuff is situated more in the right hemisphere. So it was like this experiment where they made him look at something with his, I really gotta think about this, left eye only. Left eye, right hemisphere, couldn't get any language centrals going because it was split, and therefore he couldn't produce the name of what he was looking at. But interestingly enough, here's the fun part. Well, fun, I mean the interesting part. If he, after looking at it with his left eye only, covered both of his eyes, he could, with his left hand, draw what he just saw. I'll include this video in the description so you guys can see it as well, but he could draw what he saw and he could only like name the object that he had just drawn if he looked at it after drawing it with his right eye again. So I don't know if that really came over, but in a sense, essentially he could recognize the objects and he knows what they're used for because that's situated in the right hemisphere. But because of the disconnection between his two hemispheres, he actually couldn't produce the actual word that describes the object. I know it sounds really weird and confusing, but it's just hard to focus on the game and explaining that in the meantime. But I hope you like remember some of it, and I hope that I actually taught you something new and that you learned something from my videos. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Really interesting thing, really interesting. Interesting case study. Case study is of course like this kind of study where you study one individual or one group really severely and you focus on details and stuff. I mean, I always say school isn't that fun, but I guess it might be sometimes. I mean, gathering information, learning new things, it can be fun, but it just has to be interesting things, like the thing I just tried to explain to you. Because if I, like last semester, if I have to just learn from the top of my head what like 10 types of intelligence tests do, that's not interesting at all, so that won't stick around in my head. But like these really salient, like they have a meaning, these really extraordinary things, they will of course stay with you because it's way more interesting to talk about those kind of things than to talk about like, oh yeah, did you know that the Wechsler intelligence scale for children 3 can be used from 6 to 16 years old? Like, nobody cares about that. We're talking about a split brain person. That's interesting, that's cool. Gonna cut the episode short here, gonna get a short video, and then I might record just another video, 3 videos, and maybe create that backlog again. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? But it's gonna be a really short one. I hope you guys will enjoy this, even though I only talked about like one thing and it's gonna be like rambling and like inaudible or something. It's gonna be hard to understand, but still, thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, which might be this weekend or next weekend, depending on how much time I have left. I'll see you guys in the next time. I will... what will I say? Bye. Bye guys. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye. These guys will be our split brain archers to commemorate the story that I just told. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.